What's going on, everybody? So I believe it was yesterday, Toyota announced that they were going to be moving the production of the Tacoma to Mexico. They're going to be building a new plant down there, I believe, and they're going to be moving all the production of the Tacoma to Mexico. I don't really like that. I would rather that production stay here. But I see kind of why they're moving the Tacoma out of San Antonio, and I actually have a theory on why they're doing this. I just wish they were going to leave it somewhere else in the United States, or put that somewhere else in the United States, so that we could create more jobs here. So I don't like the fact they're moving out of the United States, but I have a theory on why they are doing that. So let me tell you a little bit about what I read and what I found out, and then I'll tell you my theory on why they're doing it. So, they're moving it, and I believe they said it would be down there sometime around 2022, late 2021, 2022, somewhere through there. The Sequoia is moving from Princeton, Indiana to San Antonio, Texas. So they're taking the Sequoia from Indiana and they're moving it to San Antonio, and they're taking the Tacoma and they're moving that to Mexico. They already built some Tacomas in Mexico, so they're just moving the rest of them down there. Princeton, is increasing production on the new redesign of the Highlander and the Sienna minivan. So the mid-size SUV and the minivan, they're increasing production on that. So no jobs will be lost in this, is what Toyota said. No jobs in San Antonio, no jobs in Indiana or anything like that. But they will be creating, obviously, new jobs in Mexico. Like I said, I wish they were staying here to create those new jobs in the USA, but, we can't do anything about that. What they say they're doing this for is grouping size of vehicles in the plants. So the Indiana plant will be building the mid-size SUVs and the minivans, like we said. The San Antonio plant will be building all the full-size vehicles. And then, like I said, Mexico will be building all the Tacomas. Now, why do I think that they are doing this? So let's just look at the timeline. Late 21, early 22-ish, the Sequoia will probably be somewhere in the moving phases and will be moved down to San Antonio, and then the Tacoma will be moved into Mexico. What does that fall around? Oh yeah, the Tundra redesign is scheduled to come out in 2022. So that got me to thinking, does Toyota think that they're going to take a big enough market share from the big three that they will need more facility to build more Tundras and more Sequoias? Now, you say, why is the Sequoia involved in this? The Sequoia and the Tundra share a lot of the platform, mostly the same platform in both vehicles. So it is fair to say, no, I don't know this, but if they're putting a new engine and new transmission and new features in the Tundra, the Sequoia is going to share those. So now you've got both vehicles in the same plant. You don't have to ship the same parts to different locations. You ship the same parts in here. But think about this. It falls right at the exact moment that we have a redesign. And this redesign is rumored to be sporting like 450 horsepower or something and like 500 foot-pounds of torque, which is more than either of the big threes gas-powered engines are putting out, torque-wise and stuff like that. And it boasts an 18,000 pounds, or rumored to boast an 18,000 pound towing capacity, which is still more than either of the big three. Not to mention, they've rumored 30 miles a gallon. If Toyota gets anywhere near these numbers, their market share is going to rise. And if it does that, we've already heard in the past that Toyota in that San Antonio facility is at max capacity for Tundras. They just can't build any more Tundras there. So if they get anywhere near these numbers, they're going to need a bigger facility or more room and more production to be able to build these trucks, because they're going to be in more demand. Like I said, I don't know if those rumors are true, but we've heard those rumors the whole time. And if you're building a truck that will tow more with more horsepower and almost 10 more miles to the gallon, that's going to appeal to a lot of people. And if you look, like I said, at the timeline, it all adds up. It all adds up right in line with that 2022 release of the Toyota Tundra right during peak build season. Everything should come together, and they're going to be ready to build these trucks in high demand. I think that's what they're looking at, and I think they're preparing for that. Again, I don't like the fact that they're moving the Tacoma to Mexico, but in my mind, it makes sense that they're making room to build a lot more of these bad boys. Because I think they may come at the big three very aggressively when they get a truck that can really compete or outdo the big three in a lot of things, and they're getting ready for it. So big three, Toyota may have just put you on notice. If you're paying attention, they might be coming for you. Appreciate you guys watching this video. Please like, share, and subscribe. We'll see you next time.